Hi, everyone. I'm Emily from Artemisia Academy, and today we're going to be talking about what it's like to take our Intro to Plant ID course online. So we have a fabulous plant identification course that we've been doing for several years now. And over the pandemic, we had the great opportunity to record all of our plants up close and personal and get to create an online version of the course for those who are either too busy to take it in person or for people who live far away. So just because your life schedule is crazy doesn't mean you can't still learn about the plants that live in your own backyard. So our plant ID course is structured so that every single week you guys get really fabulous botany terms and plant ID videos to watch. But more importantly, you can't really learn plant ID on your own. I mean, you can try. I know I did for years before I took an herbal program, and it's really helpful to have a mentor there to kind of guide you through it. And I remember when I was first kind of starting off, I'd look up plants in books, I'd watch ID videos on YouTube. And so often I get back out into the field, I'd be like, okay, is this it? Or is this not it? Is this what I'm looking at? I'm not really sure. And so one of the points of this class is to weekly have accountability and a check-in with the whole group, as well as me or whoever your teacher is. Right at the moment, it's still just me. But we're eventually going to have other teachers helping out down the road. But we're going to have we have our students check in every single week with a live office hour over Zoom, and we get to actually give feedback, check in, share videos, share pictures and stuff that we've seen out in the field and be like, hey, is this really it? And then you guys get to go out and like get the confirmation that you're looking for what you're trying to identify. Every single week we cover a different topic. So leaves, flowers, trees, you name it. And we go through the different sections of herbs and get to see real examples. And so all of our videos are gorgeously, up close and personal. So you're not just looking at one part of the plant, but you're looking at the bark of the tree. You're looking at the flowers, the seed pods, the flowers in different times of the bloom, or what it looks like when it's a completely dead, decimated plant at the end of the season. And I think it's so important that you learn the plants through the season, because even though ideally you see it when it's flowering, the reality is, at least in Southern California, we live in a drought. Most of our plants are deciduous in the summertime. So if you only learn it when it's flowering, you're missing what it looks like for the other half of the year. And so for all of our students, we talk about learning it in all of its forms and learning to identify it, even most especially when it's dead, so that the next year you already have your stands picked out when it's flowering and when it's in its full bloom and glory of beauty. So it's important to learn your plants through all different seasons of the year and to be able to see what they look like in all of their different forms. The last part of our class, we also share at the very end of our class our plant ID journals. And so every single week as you're watching these videos, you're not just watching a video online and like, okay, that's it. You're actually creating your own kind of, visual documentary of these plants, so that every single week, as you're learning them, you're creating your little plant ID journals, and then you also have the homework of going out in the field and trying to find them. And then that way you're taking pictures and sharing with our group on Slack, whether or not we're all seeing it together or not. And so our last week of class, we share our plant ID journals, and then we also have a group plant identification scavenger hunt. And this is really fun to collaborate with other herbal enthusiasts, and basically everyone in your group gets to go out and do a little I Spy of plant families. And so you guys learn 5 edible plant families and 5 poisonous plant families. And then over the last few weeks, you guys are collecting photos of all the plants you can find in those families. And so you guys get to go to nurseries, gardens, botanical sanctuaries, and collect all the photos you can from those plant families. And then at the very end, we have little competition in our groups to see who can find the most plant families in their area. So it's a ton of fun. We love collaborating with people from all across the country now too. And it's so much fun that even though we live in different places, we still have some of the same plants across the whole country. So it's a lot of fun to bring people in from different areas. I really like to focus in on people's specific bioregions. And so if you're new to your area, if you just moved there, or if you've been there for a long time but you still haven't really explored, we talk about how to go hiking, where to go find places, safe places to go to. And if you guys, live near each other, you guys also sometimes buddy up together and go and find hiking groups together as well. So we like to make sure that all of our students are getting out in nature. That's our homework assignment every week, is to make sure they're actually seeing the plants, touching, feeling, smelling, interacting. And then you get to have your plant ID journal for years to come to look back on and be like, oh my gosh, I still know this plant. And even though my drawing looks like a stick figure, my plant drawings still look like stick figures. They're colored, but they're very pretty. All of the times that I've drawn my plant ID notes and scattered things on a piece of paper, I've remembered that plant for years to come, even if my drawing looks terrible. So you guys get to walk away with this great journal that you get to keep for years and have with you and add over the years if you like to, when you're out exploring plants for years to come. So if you guys want to find out more about our Intro to Plant ID course, it's coming up in just a little bit. You guys can check the link in bio, and we'll be sharing how to sign up for that class down below. So hope you guys have a great time, and really hope to see you out in the field or in our online class coming up. Take care.